Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and we are back. We are back. That was a nice trip. We enjoyed it, enjoyed watching the kids and listening to the kids singing. Had a lot of fun, but I was ready to get home. We were tired. We've learned that our kids can wear us out still, especially since we've got older. But I was trying to think of something to do for a video today, and I pulled out the kit for July. And I thought, well, I haven't done a lot with that, so I'm going to do a few more things with that. But keep in mind that you can use any paper that you have, even your digitals, 12 by 12. The larger the paper, the larger the pocket. So this is one of those multi-pockets. You guys have saw us do these with book pages, but I thought we would do some with some scrapbook paper because all of us has that in our stash and we're looking for ways to use it, so we're just going to do this. Now I've done these a few years ago, a couple of years ago I guess, but then I also saw them, which reminded me, on Sue from the Paper Inspiration. I saw her do them a few months ago and it kind of reminded me to do these because that was just another way to use up your scrapbook paper. Now this one has, I'm doing mine a little bit different than hers. I'm doing mine the same way that I did my book page pockets. This has a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here that I've got two little ticket-like things in. This come in your kit. Most all of this came in your kit, except these and the butterflies. And then I've got mine folded back up with a little pocket here. It's got a little birdie on it. So that tucks up under there, and then I'll just put one of those butterflies that Catherine sent me, I do believe, there. So mine has 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could possibly put some little tickets down in here. A little bitty, let's find a little bitty something that I can show you that has there's another pocket right there. So you could possibly put some little tickets or something in there, or either use it as a little belly band and slide something through there. So it has lots of little pockets. And like I said, it's just another way to use up some of that scrapbook paper. I will put Sue's video below, and I'll try to find the one that I did last year sometime, and I'll link it below as well where we use book pages. You could also, when you start to put this down in your journal, you could just glue on 3 sides, and then you're going to have all of these pockets and then another pocket behind. And on this one, all I did was I used some book pages, a piece of the paper from the collection, a piece of the ribbon from the collection, and then this is out of that little pack that you got in your collection. So that's what I used there. And then this was just a little piece I had in my stash. So just using up some scraps and making some prettiness. Now on the back of this one, I tore a piece of this. This is just a little notebook, and I just tore a piece of that out to put on the back so you could journal on the back of that if you wanted to. These will fit nicely in your journals, this size. Now, I'm not sure what size this is, but we'll make another one. We'll probably even make some larger ones. So, let's get started. All right, now this is a 6 by 8 paper, so it's a little bit different using this one than it is using your 12 by 12 papers, but you can still do it. What you need to start off with is a square. So all you need to do to get your square on this is the way I get my square anyway. You may just measure it and cut it, and that's fine. But I do this, which is a lot easier, and I don't have to measure. My hubby says, I don't know why you don't like to measure. You measure as good as I do, if not better. But I don't know. I just don't like it when I don't have to. I don't want to. So just fold that over like that. Make sure your sides are even. And then, it is pouring down rain here, guys. I'm telling you. This has been the wettest summer I think we have ever had. We even had a tree last night that fell. Of course, it was already a little bit rotten, but it fell, and fell over on the neighbor's property a little bit, but they won't mind. That's just the way they are. They're sweet neighbors. Okay, so we've got that piece, and this is 6 inches. So this is a 6 by 6 piece, and this will make the pockets this size. So you want to fold it in half this way, and I don't worry about that little crease that I made in there. If you'd rather not have that crease and you'd rather do your measuring, you can just cut a square piece of paper. And then go ahead and fold it that way too. Okay. And then you're just going to fold it up like this. And let's see, I think I want to, let's see which side I want to have out. Alright, if whatever side you want to show the most, you need to fold that on the inside. Because see, when you fold that down, that's the way it's going to look. So I want my flowers to show the most. So I'm going to fold that with the inside, the flowers on the inside. Now I'm going to do some inking before I start folding because it's a lot easier. But you can ink afterwards. You don't have to ink at all if you don't want to. You can stitch on these. Any of those is pretty. And I don't know which sides I'm going to have showing exactly right now, so I just go around and kind of ink it all. I just ink as much as I want. Okay. So I think that's going to work. Alright, now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take this piece and you're just going to fold it down and try to get it as close to even on that little tip there as you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to match. If it's a little bit off, that's fine. But if you can get it to come and meet that, then that will work. Alright, and then you're just going to burnish that down really well. Then you're going to take your next one and you're going to kind of fold it up under. So you're creating another pocket with that, and you're just going to leave, I just kind of eyeball it. I don't measure it, you know that. I just kind of leave about that much. I don't know what that is. That is probably close. Let's see. It looks like about a 1/2 inch that I fold, that I leave showing right there. So about a 1/2 inch. And then this one, you're going to do the same thing. Just fold it down and just leave about the same amount there, like that. So you've got 3 really cute folds there. And then right here, I take this one and I just fold it back up. I just kind of point it at that point there and fold it back up like that. And then you're just going to go across that with your bone folder, and there you've got all of your little pockets. Now on this little piece right here, I like to go ahead and round that corner. You know that I don't like corners that are not rounded. So I just round to that corner. And then I go ahead and take my ink and go back over that again. And then right here, I'd like to have that inked a little bit more. This one inked a little bit more. And then this one. So sometimes when you fold, you're going to ink again, and that's fine. And then I'm going to put a little ink right here. Okay? So that is your little fold right there. And we're going to do more, so don't worry about it. If you didn't get that one, you'll get the next one. Now what you're going to do is, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put a little bit of glue right here up to this side. Just up to where you folded that. So the glue goes from here to here. And then on this side, you're going to do the same. Like that. And that's going to create your little pocket tuck up in there. And then I just take a little dot of glue and I put right there to fold that little piece down. A little piece right there. So that's got that part folded and glued. Now we want to glue right here. So you're just going to put a little glue right under here, from there to there. From there. That was country, wasn't it? Well, I started to say 2 words, so it came out that way. All right, and then you're going to glue that other one down. And I know a lot of you have seen these because, like I said, I have done them and a lot of other people have done them too. So they've been around. But I just wanted to show you how you could do it with even your scrapbook paper and different sizes of paper. Okay, then we're going to put glue over here on this side all the way up and down because we want to glue that pocket together. And I'm using my art glitter glue because it seems to work really well on here and it dries pretty fast. So that is it. It is finished. All you have to do now is just embellish it and put a few little tags in there and it's finished. So the first thing I want to do is make my little tag for this little piece right here. And I'm just going to take this tag out just to look and see what size I might want. And I'll probably just use another scrap of paper from somewhere. Let me grab some scrap paper. I know I've got scrap paper in here. You know, we've all got scraps. Let's look through here and see what we can find. I think we can find some scrap paper in here that will match. As a matter of fact, we might find just a tag that will go in there and not have to cut anything. Ooh, I like that. That would go. This is not really scrap paper. This is some pieces that I haven't got separated out to put in my ephemera journals yet. I've got to get that done very, very soon. Okay, I think this little piece of scrap right here is going to work just fine, I hope. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, that looks okay. Right there. So then I'm just going to put some ink around it. I'm going to ink that little spot right there pretty good because that was actually torn. And then I really don't want to punch a hole in the top because it's real tiny. So I'm just going to find a little tiny piece of lace or a little flower. And I got this lace from one of you guys. And I have been cutting these little flowers off of it because I think they're darling. I'd like to find a whole strand of lace that's just these little tiny flowers like this. You know, there's lots of times when you have tags and things like this that you need just that little piece there. Right. Put some Fabri-Tac on that and put that right there at the top. Now you could put a little tiny piece of bling in there if you wanted. I think I'm going to leave mine as is. I'm trying to get that glue off of my fingers. I may put some little something on there though. Let's see what we've got that we might grab and put on there. Let's find something in here. This is the little book that you got with your kit. Ooh, that's a little bit big. Oh, I like these clocks. We could take just a portion of these. And we still have part of them to use on something else. And let's see if I still need to trim it down just a tiny bit. And then I'm just going to ink it up. And you could put little tiny tickets and all kinds of things on here. Little tiny birds, little tiny butterflies. But that is that one. I think that is cute. So that's going to go right there. And that's going to look nice hanging out there. And then I think, let's see. I'm trying to decide if that's too big. No, I think that's going to work there. So I'm going to put this little specimen tag there. And I'm just going to ink it up a little bit. And we'll tuck him right in there. And then I'd like to have two pieces there. I don't know why exactly, except I just like the looks of two pieces there. So So let's see if we have anything else laying right here that we can grab. I'm just going to go into this little book that I got. We had some of these up, but they are completely sold out. We have more on order. They sell out so fast I can't keep them. Let's see. These make great little tiny tags. There's a yellow flower right there. Now it's kind of a thin paper, but it's good for journaling on the back, and in something like this, the thin paper won't matter. It'll be fine. Okay, so we're going to tuck that one in there, and I'm just going to leave it where that flower will hang out a little bit, but I am going to round the corners. I don't like that point sticking out there. I was going to do Rachel's challenge today, but I had to print off some things that I need for the challenge, so I decided I'd do this today and hers tomorrow. Okay, now I want to put something else right there, so let me grab one more little thing that I can put in there. Okay, I have just this little banner, and I have already inked it, so evidently I was going to use it somewhere and I didn't. So we're just going to tuck that there, and then I need to make a tag for that top, and I think I'm going to go by this tag to get me a measurement of how big I need to make that. And I'm just going to use a piece of our collage paper. This is a piece that we collaged on book pages. I think this was one of Rachel's challenges. And let's see, what part? I think I'll use that right there. I'm out of practice doing videos, I'm telling you. When you go 2 or 3 days, well, really, I went, because all of those videos that I had up for you last week were pre-filmed or pre-recorded. So when you go a few days without doing a video, you kind of get out of practice. Okay, ooh, that's cute. I like that. Now I'm going to ink it up, and then I'm going to put a little hole in the top of it, and I'll probably put something on the back just so you can journal on it. And I use these little notebooks. I use them for a little bit of everything, I'm telling you. They're good for everything. I keep them on all of my desk, and when I'm not journaling on them or writing it, when I'm not writing notes on them, I might grab one up like this and just use a piece of it for the back of a tag. So if you've got a lot of those little notepads laying around, that's good to use on the back for journaling. I may have got that a little bit wide. Let's see. Maybe not. We're going to use it. That'll work. So that is going to be for the journaling on the back. And then I just need to punch a little hole in here. And let's see. We could use that same black ribbon, I guess. Grab it. What did I do with it? It's here somewhere. Just hold on. There it is. Use the same ribbon to go through there, because we got a little bit of black there, and I think black looks good with yellow. And you could you could cut this ribbon in half if you didn't want it quite as wide. I think for this tag it's okay, but if you was going to put it on a smaller tag, you might want to cut it in half. I'll trim those off a little bit, and we'll put that right down in there. So we've got our big tag in the back. I'm going to trim those off a little bit more, not quite happy with them yet. They stick out a little bit too much. There we go. So I got that. And then I want a little something right there. I put one of the little butterflies there on that other one. Don't know if I want to put that there or not. Alright, let's just go ahead and use it. We'll use another little butterfly. Ooh, that one's got something stuck on it. And like I said, I got these, I'm pretty sure from Catherine, so I don't have a clue where she might have gotten them. If she is on here, she can answer below and let you know, because I know some people are going to ask. Alright, I need to glue that wing down because he got bent. So, let's press him down. There we go. And then I'm going to put a little piece of bling right in the middle. I don't know if I have any yellow right here. Or we could put a little butterfly, a little wood butterfly in the center of that. Oh, that's cute. Let's see what bling I have. I don't think I have a lot right here. These are mostly flowers. Nope. I'll tell you what, I really don't want that wood because it's a little bit thick. Let's just go ahead and grab a piece of our black bling and put there. Just trim some of the pieces off here. Oops. It just flew. And excuse me if my voice is a little bit rough today. We were in like 3 different hotels while we were gone. Because, you know, the kids were in different locations singing, and it did a number on my sinuses. All of the different, you know, hotel air anyway is horrible, but I guess just the difference in the temperatures and different locations and all of that, it just did a number on me. So I'm a little bit hoarse, but we're good. Alright, so there is that one. Isn't that cute? Now, I'm going to do one more, but I'm going to do it larger. So let me get a 12 by 12 piece of paper. Alright, look at this paper. This was in my stash. Can't remember exactly where I got it. But we're going to use this one and make a larger one. Now, I am going to cut this down because if I made one with the whole 12 by 12 sheet, it would be too large for my journal. So I think I'm going to cut it down to, let's see, that was 6 by 6. Maybe 8 by 8. Let's try 8 by 8. I guess you could probably do 10 by 10, but that would cover your whole entire sheet maybe. Let's see. Let's try 10 by 10 first, and if it looks too big, then we can always trim it off. So I want to go 10 here. And of course we'll save that piece. And 10 here. Okay, we'll try 10 by 10 first and we'll see what happens. So we're going to fold it this way. Fold it in half one way. And then fold it in half the other way. Now, if your cutting was a little bit off, like my cutting is a little bit off, don't worry about that. Just wait till the end and then you can trim it up and make it all even. Sometimes even with my trimmer, I let things slide a little bit. Alright, so that is going to make, let's see, 5-inch pocket. That's not too wide. It's going to be 5 inches. So that's not too wide. Now, if you wanted this narrower, you know, tall and narrow, you could just make the width of your paper a little bit narrower. You wouldn't have to make it a square. Or you could just trim right down through there and do that way. Okay. I want my blue, I think, to show on the outside. So we're going to do this way. And then fold the blue down. Let's see if I fold him down this way, what happens. And you can do it either way. Yeah, we're just going to do this way. You can do it either right-handed or left-handed, whichever one you want. Alright. And see, I have a tiny little bit of that yellow showing down there, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I'm going to go ahead and fold these up, and then I will probably ink it. Ink all around. So I'm just going to leave about that much on that one. And then it'll be blue again. I like how it alternates the colors when you do this. They're pretty with book pages, but I think they're gorgeous with your designer paper. Alright, I'm going to round this corner like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and any pieces that I see that are sticking up a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and trim those off. Don't really have to yet, but I only had one right there, and so I trimmed it off. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty. Now, I don't think that will be, let's see. It might be too big for my AJ journal. No, it's really not. It's just the right size. Look at that. Ooh. And if you want to see any more in this journal, I mean, we did a ton, but if you want to see me work some more in this journal, just let me know. I've just got to get Aaron's pictures printed, and then I need to make my little charm to hang here. And, but I need to get his pictures printed before I can start working in it too much. All right, I'm going to do some inking, and I'll probably cut this part out because you guys know how to ink. Okay, and then I'm going to fold this one back up like I did before. Just, I'm aiming at that point right there, just like that. Then I'm going to ink this a little bit. There we go. All right, now we can glue down. So let's go ahead and run a little bit of bead of glue, a little bead. See, I told you I'm out of practice. A little bead of glue from right there all the way over to where I folded it up. Put that down. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. Like that. And then a little drop right here to close that point up. And you could glue that all the way down if you wanted to. I'm just leaving it just in case I might want to put something under there. I'll never know. Never know. All right, and then you're going to put a little bit right here, or you can do it this way if you want to. It makes it a little bit easier for you. And then just fold that over. And then on this one, right here, same thing. Okay, and I forgot to glue this bottom. We need to glue the bottom right there. Should have glued that first, but I didn't. So you can go back and glue it like that. Okay. Then, let's see, we've got that one glued, that one glued. And that's all of the gluing that we need to do. Now we're ready to make our little pockets, our little tags and tucks and things like that. I don't think I'm going to use that paper just because I don't want it to be too uniform. I want it to be a little bit different. Let's see what else we have. Let's see if we have anything in here that might work. Maybe not. These are a little bit different. Okay, we have a few little pieces here that I've just pulled from my stash, and these I think are going to work fine. They are not exactly that color of blue, but they're kind of a gray and a blue together, and I think they're going to work good in there. I like gray and blue together too. Now, this is just something I grabbed out of my stash. You can make everything match a lot better and take a lot more time with it, but I think this is going to look fine. Okay. So that is our first little piece, and I'm hoping that it's going to tuck right there like that. Oh, it is. I love that. Look at that. Oh, I love that like that. That's a good idea. Okay, now we can put, I've already got this little tag cut. Let's see. Could put it right there. I'm not real happy about the real sharp point on the top of that one, so let's see what else we might have in here. No, okay, we can do this. We can cut that point right down so we don't have that sharp point anymore. And then I think we can use it in there. And I may just use a little flower or something right at the top of that, or a little button. Ooh, I've got some blue buttons here. No, I really don't want my button on there because it says Paris right there, and I don't want to cover that, but I might put a button right there. Let's see. Let's see what we got. We could put one of these little flowers there. That's going to cover my Paris too. Okay, I may just glue a little piece of this trim down there. It won't cover up my Paris that much, I don't think. As a matter of fact, I could glue it on the back like that, and then it won't cover it at all. So you don't have to glue your tags, pulls, that kind of thing. You don't have to glue those all on the front and the back. You can glue them on the back if you want, or glue them all on the front. You can do them either way. I'm just going to leave a little bit sticking up there. I think that's going to work. I got a tool here somewhere that I can press that down with. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we're going to tuck that one right in there. And then I do want something else right here, so I think I may just cut this one out and put it there. Now these came from, I think you pronounce it Sugarbelle. It was a paper collection that we had last year. I don't know if you can still get it or not. You might just search Google, or it's C-A-R-I, I don't know how to spell it. C-A-R-I-E-B-E-L-L-E, I think. But somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Or if you know the name of this, just put it in the comments below for anybody to look for if they want. Because you know me and names. Not too good at remembering names of paper or anything else. Okay. Now, I don't know if I'm going to put anything on that one or not. I might put one of those little tiny flowers on that one. I'm about out of these little tiny flowers. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of these. I need to try to find some somewhere to order. That glue. Okay. So we got those two. Got this one. And then I want to tag here and here. Now I think this tag, yeah, that's going to be the right size there. And you know, like I said, this is a little bit different color blue, but that's fine with me. It's just a little lighter, so it doesn't bother me. I would still use it in my journal. There we go. And I think I might, I know this is more of a, I don't know what it's showing up to you. It's more of a deep dark blue, and that doesn't really go with it, so I don't think I'm going to put that on there. We did get some of these little charms in our kit. We could hang one of those from there. So let's go ahead and cut this off. Believe me, they're put on there very well. I found that out when I started trying to get them off. Okay, let's see. I think that's the front. So if I put a little hole there, trying to see if it's going to hang right. Maybe, I don't know. We shall see. And you can write on the back of that, so I'm not going to do anything different to the back. Okay, I'm going to use one of my little bulb clips. Matter of fact, there's one sticking out right there. I think I'll use him. Oh, no, I don't need to use him. I need to use a silver one, since I have a silver leaf charm there. And I get these leaf charms, all my charms, I get them out of a little shop that sells wholesale in Florida. Oops, put it on the wrong side, Edith. Yeah, that'll work. So there we go. We've got that little charm on there. I think silver is pretty too with yellow and blue. All right, we got that one on, and then one more up at the top, and I think this is going to be it right here. Well, yeah, it's a little short, but it'll work. It will work because I'm not going to stick it down in there all the way. Okay, I'm going to put a little hole in the top of this, and then I was just looking down here, and I think one of these is going to be cute hanging there. Let's do this one. Poke that little hole out. Then I will take one of these little bulb clips. Let's just use a deep blue one. I thought I saw a deep blue one, and it must have went on down in there. Nope, when it comes out it doesn't look so deep blue. So let's just use another silver. That'll work. And we're just gonna put this on here. And if you don't have these bulb clips, you can do the same thing with either lace or ribbon or safety pins, as my daughter showed last week. And you could hang something else on there if you wanted. I'm just looking at it now thinking that I probably need something else on there. Let's see. Sometimes the safety pins actually work a little bit better than the bulb clips, because the bulb clips have that big bulb thing at the bottom, and sometimes it's aggravating to try to get things to hang right with them. But you can use either one. Either or both. That's cute. I like that. And then we're going to tuck that one down in there, and I'm not going to put it all the way down in, and I'm just going to kind of put them separately like that so that both of them will show. And then I need something right here, and then we will have this little guy finished. Cut that little piece off. And try to decide which one's the front and which one's the back. So what did you guys do while I was gone? I answered comments, but I didn't hear from everybody, I don't think. Oh, we did hit 70,000 while I was gone, didn't we? Oh, I was so excited. And that meant, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means that coming probably tomorrow, we will be announcing what you need to do to enter the big giveaway. And it will be big, I promise you. But you do have to be a subscriber in order to win. You cannot win unless you are a subscriber. I still want something in the center of that, but I don't have all my bling right here, so I'm not going to waste your time by going and looking. But I want to hang that little charm on the outside like that. I like that. I like that a lot. So that is cute. Now, like I said, you could stitch around this if you wanted to. Just stitch all the way around like this. But I think I'm going to leave mine just as is. So that is the little pockets that we have made. This would be gorgeous too to make out of vellum. Oh my goodness, I just thought of that. I might have to make another one out of vellum. What time is it? Is it late? Let me see how long I've been on here. Well, we might have time to make one out of vellum. Let me grab my vellum. Okay, I'm going to grab this vellum. This is the vellum from the collection, Vintage Diary. And I'm going to make one out of this real quick, hopefully. Quick, I don't know, but I'm going to make one out of this. This vellum is nice and thick, so it should work real well. All right, we've done 10 by 10. Let's try an 8 by 8 on this one. So now we should have, oops, sorry about that banging. Now we should have an 8 by 8 piece. Let's look. Yes, yes we do. That is so pretty. All right, now the thing about vellum is when you fold this, it's going to crease. So you better make sure that you fold it as best you can because it's going to crease. And vellum creases really, really firm. I don't know how to say it exactly, except vellum creases for the good. It stays there. So just get it the best that you can the first time. Now, instead of opening that up and folding the other way, I'm just going to do this. You can do either one you want. I'm just going to fold that up. Alright, now I do want my pretty side on the outside. So this is the back of the vellum. See how it folds? It makes that white crease in there. That's why I said make sure you get it folded as best you can. So what we're going to do, very carefully, I am going to just turn this around. Turn it, turn it, turn it. And crease it a little bit more again. There we go, that should work. And then we can fold this down. And I'm going to see which side is going to fold or going to look the best. Hopefully this one. Yes, I'm going to get that big rose on that one. I like that. So we're going to fold that down. And I just brought it down as far as I could. And then I hate to fold that one on and have it on the inside, but some of that's going to show through anyway, so it's not going to matter. And I got mine folded a little bit off, but we'll trim it in just a second. And then this one, we're going to get some of that writing on there, so I like that. So there are our folds right there. And then on this one, I don't think, let's see, am I going to fold it back up? I don't think I'm going to fold that one back up this time, just because I want that flower to show. So we're going to leave that, and I think you can still journal on the back of that if you want to. So let's go ahead and cut that corner off right there. Okay, and then I'm going to put some ink on it. Now we may not make the tags for this one, but you're going to see how it looks anyway. Now I'm just going to open it back up and do my other inking. You really do need to ink vellum if you fold it like this, because it does have that little white piece that shows on your vellum. but if you ink it, you won't see that. Okay, I've got that folded a little bit off right there. So I'm going to try to correct it without messing up. Now, behind here, I don't think you could put a piece of paper, because I think if you did, it would show through. Ooh, that doesn't look too bad, does it? Okay, you know what we're going to do? We got a piece of vellum in your kit. Even though you could write on this, I think what we're going to do is cut this and put a little vellum notepad under there. Let me find my pencil. And we shall cut it right there and right there. And then I'm going to slide it on down because I want to cut 2 of these, I think. Right there. Okay. I think that's going to work. Let's see. We've not done it before, but there's always a first time. This was the vellum that came in your kit, so it's pretty thick vellum. It's a nice vellum. It's not very thin, so it should work pretty good for this. Okay. Right, now we're going to fold these point to point. And then this one, point to point. Oh, and we'll have a little vellum notebook. Oh, let's see. We might have to trim it down a little. Yeah, just a tiny bit. Okay, we've got those trimmed down. Now I'm going to insert one inside the other and then put them back under here and see if I need to trim a little bit more, and it looks like I might. So once you put them together, you know, one's going to stick out a little bit more than the other. So I'm just going to take a sliver off of both sides, and I'm just doing it freehand. There we go. Now let's see if that works. That's perfect. Okay. So what we want to do now is we want to grab our Bearly Arts glue, and I want to run a little bead right down the center where I've got that folded, right down through there. And the reason I use the Bearly Arts is it doesn't show through the vellum once it dries. It doesn't make the vellum pucker. It dries real smooth. So now we've got that, and then we just need to put a little bead down through here. And you don't have to use very much of this either. Then we're going to sit that down just like that, right there. There we go. And I'm just going to rub over it a few times just to make sure that it catches. Oh, I love that. Why didn't I think about this before? Why didn't you guys tell me about this? Okay, we're going to run our vellum. We're going to run our glue right up through there to glue that together. And we're just gluing that back to the front right there. Those 2 pieces. And then right here, now you watch the Bearly Arts. See, it completely disappeared, and there's no puckering in that at all. It's nice and flat. I haven't found that happening like that with the art glitter glue. It puckers a little bit. The Bearly Arts doesn't. That's because of the other additive that it has in it that art glitter glue doesn't. I mean, I like them both, but when it comes to vellum, I'm going to use my Bearly Art. Okay, so there is your little vellum pocket, and then you've got a little vellum notebook here that you can open up when it gets dry. It's not completely dry. Open up and journal on if you want to. And writing on vellum is very satisfying. If you've never written on vellum before, grab out a sheet of vellum and try to write on it. It's very nice. And then we could put a little something there. And you know what I want to put there? The only thing that I want to put there is a little butterfly, a little white butterfly, so that it will look like it is going to those flowers. Plus, it's going to help hold down this piece a little bit. Oh, yeah, I can use that. I can use this under my butterfly. If I was putting it just on the vellum to glue the vellum together, I wouldn't. But under the butterfly, it's not going to hurt anything. And then I want a little piece of that pink bling. I had it somewhere here to put right in the center of that little guy. There we go. And do we need anything else? And when all of that dries, that's going to lay down much better. Right now it's still drying. But look at that, isn't that cute? And you can make little vellum tags if you want to. You can use this paper and just make little vellum tags. Or you can make regular tags. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one you use. Let's see. Let's just grab some kind of tag. This is a cute tag. I said I wasn't going to make the tags for this, didn't I? This came from Blue Fern. But you know, it's so hard to leave a project that's not finished. And this is not finished until it has the tags in there. This is an older collection. I think we had it last year from Blue Fern. Has lots of good ephemera in it. Oh, look at that. That'll be pretty right there. I think I found a match to that vellum. Okay, this is a tag that just came. Let's see, where did we get this tag? This was in one of the 49 in Market, I think, collections. I may have to trim that one off a little bit. I'm not real sure that I'm going to put that there. I'm just kind of laying some things on there. Okay. Let's go on back. Ooh, that might work there too. I like that. I'm thinking that we might have what we need here, and I want that word right there, inspire. Oh, I'm loving that. I love that. Now, I didn't ink these, but they were already kind of inked anyway. Let's see. I may need to trim that tag off a little, or I may need to replace it. See if we have anything that's a little bit different that we could put there. No, I really think that tag is going to be it. I don't know that I'm going to worry about it sticking out any. That's fine. It's going to be in a journal, so it's not going to matter that it sticks out a little bit. If it matters when I put everything down, then I will go ahead and cut it off at the bottom. And I'm going to put that right on there. This is from Hello Susan. This is one of her stamp pieces. Oops. I think I've left my glue open a long time. Usually if you pull that little piece, that little hard piece out of the top, it will go right back to working. Like that. And I wouldn't suggest leaving yours open as long as I do, but I do not like to open and close my glue all the time. There we go. I like that. And then what are we going to put at the top? Just grab a little piece of this lace. And these little pieces that I cut off like this, I don't waste. I save those over here in my little scrap pile, and I will use those at a later date. There we go. I'm going to put that one. I'm going to put it over here a little bit more so you can see it. This, I am going to turn it this way. Put her back there, and then that there. I put that in there, but I don't particularly care for it now that I see it. So, oh my goodness, look at that flower sticking out there. That flower goes really well with those, but I think I'm going to need to trim it off a little bit and just tuck it right there. Let's go ahead and ink around the edges, because I don't like that white being so stark, but you could trim that off if you wanted to. I may trim it later. Right now I'm just getting through with the video. I think that will work right there. Cute. Oh, I love that. This piece I want to pull on over here so I can see parts of that. Like that maybe. That is cute. Alright. Okay guys, that is it for this tutorial. Now this is, like I said, it's one of those, I don't know what I'll call it exactly on the video title, but it's got, some of them's got 5 pockets, some of them have 4 pockets. But, and then this one has a little journaling spot under there. So they work great in your journals, and you can make them any size that you want. Alright, that is it for this tutorial. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.